very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with the questions. Going to discuss about the question which is asked in previous board exam in Delhi or in CBSE board exam. So start with the question. The question is asking about. What is the question? Is what is double fertilization? What is double fertilization? What is double fertilization and how embryo develops from zygote. So this is the question which is asked in previous board exam. According to the question is asking about what is double fertilization and how embryo develops from zygote. So here is the question of the now in this हम पहले first we discuss about the double fertilization and what are the different two stages which takes place in double fertilization and how the embryogenesis takes place inside the ovule or embryo sac. So let us start with the double fertilization. Double fertilization. In the double fertilization, we already know in the angiosperm, because pollen grain form two sperm in formation takes place in each pollen grain. So one sperm is fuses with the egg and the second sperm fuses with the polar nuclei. So all these two fusion together are also known by the syngamy and triple fusion. Then what is the syngamy and triple fusion? क्या होगा? So start करते हैं with the syngamy process. Syngamy. In the syngamy, the syngamy is the fusion of two gametes. That is, sperm fuses with the egg. Now the fusion of two gametes. Fusion of two gametes are known as syngamy, and triple fusion is when the sperm fuses with the egg, that is known as the triple fusion. When the sperm fuses with the polar nuclei. Here is the fusion of two gametes, that is sperm fuses with the egg, sperm fuses with the egg. This process is known as syngamy. And what is syngamy? And the second step is triple fusion. So triple fusion second step is triple fusion. Triple fusion is fusion of sperm with polar nuclei. Polar nuclei. Fusion of sperm with polar nuclei. So this process is known as the triple fusion. तो ट्रिपल फ्यूजन these two अब यहाँ पे So discuss करते हैं with the help of diagram. Inside the embryo sac, here is the embryo sac. Because the embryo of angiosperm mainly formed by the or have 7 cell or 8 nucleated structure embryo sac, or here is 7 cell or 8 nucleated structure. Seven cell and 8 nucleated structure. These 3 cells are antipodal cell. Antipodal cell, and here is synergid. Synergids, 2 synergids, and this is egg cell. Egg, only one is egg, and in the center 2 polar nuclei are present, and which is enclosed by the cytoplasm. So in a single cell, center cell have 2 nucleus inside it, so that's why this is known as polar nuclei. Polar nuclei. Now here is these 3 are antipodal cell, and here is egg, 2 synergids and 2 polar nuclei, which is fused with the sperm to form the endosperm. So when the polar nuclei fuses with the sperm, so that the polar nuclei after the fusion converted into the endosperm, and the ploidy cat changes from 2 and to diploid nature to the triploid nature. Diploid, it converted from diploid to triploid because only polar nuclei inside the embryo sac have 2 nucleus, so 2 nucleus in it, so that's why they are also known as 2 nuclei or 2n content, because 2 nuclear content are present inside the cell. But if we talk about the different cells which are present in the embryo sac, all these cells are haploid in nature, or haploid in nature. That means ki an or single set of chromosome or single set of nuclear contents are present. So that's why they all are haploid except the polar nuclei, which is the diploid in nature, and all these cells are haploid in nature. So when the polar nuclei fuses with the sperm, so polar nuclei is converted into the endosperm. So 2 polar nuclei or 2 nuclear content of polar nuclei get fused with the nucleus of the sperm and form the 3 and or 3 nucleated structure, or the cell which contain the 3 nucleus. So that's why the cell which is formed by the polar nuclei, fusion of the polar nuclei and the sperm, are known as triple fusion. Fusion is known as triple fusion, and the cell which is formed after the fusion is known as primary endosperm cell, and the nucleus inside it also known as primary endosperm nucleus, because nucleus also have the different characteristics than the other cells, and the cell also have the different characteristics of the than the other cells, because they have the different nuclear content and nuclear or cell organelles, sometimes cell organelles also, because they are specialized or they undergoes in multiple division to form the thousands or millions of nucleus to increase the number of nucleus, or to increase the number of nutrients inside the endosperm, so that when the embryo get develops, or when the embryo undergoes in development, or there is formation of the embryo, and during this time they utilize energy from the endosperm. So endosperm works in the transfer of energy or transfer of nutrients to the developing embryo. So that's why they undergoes in several mitosis division or several karyokinesis process. Not that karyokinesis is not always followed by the cytokinesis. That means the cells are multinucleated. As we know, in coconut water, the watery substance of the coconut or the white part of the kernel is actually a endosperm. The white part is a cellular form of the endosperm, that is primary endosperm cell, also known to be primary endosperm cell, or cellular content of the endosperm. That means the karyokinesis of that cell are followed by the cytokinesis. But in the coconut water, the liquid part represents the nuclear part of the endosperm. That means the watery parts only contains the nucleus of that nucleus, or that is the cell structure, that is not nucleus structure, that is not followed by the cytokinesis. That's why the plasma membrane not form around the nucleus, and the white kernel is not formed. The white kernel is only formed by the cytokinesis process, which takes place by after the karyokinesis. But watery part have the many of the nuclear content only. So that's why the polar nuclei is a specialized structure, or they have the trianeuploidy or triploid in character, so that they easily undergoes in the multiplication, division, and lots of nuclear content or nutritive content formed by the mitosis division. So in the triple fusion, the polar nuclei fuses with the sperm and form the triploid 3N endosperm. That endosperm is formed by the karyokinesis, or sometime also formed by the karyokinesis, and sometime also formed by the cytokinesis. So cytokinesis, karyokinesis followed by cytokinesis. Now let's move to the second. The first is fuses with sperm is fuses with the egg to form the zygote, and zygote further converted into the embryo. So let us start with the syngamy process. Syngamy, after the syngamy process, this is the triple fusion. When the sperm fuses with the polar nuclei and form the endosperm is the nuclear content only, or they provide nutrition to the developing embryo. Now next is ट्रिपल फ्यूजन के बाद नेक्स्ट इज द syngamy, because we already know in the syngamy process the sperm fuses with the egg, sperm fuses with the egg, and form the zygote. The zygote will be formed after the division, after the fusion. Now zygote undergoes in multiple division or undergoes in mitosis, and finally zygote is converted into the embryo. So how this process, conversion of zygote into an embryo, takes place inside the embryo sac, or inside the embryo sac. That means multiple division takes place, or according to the characteristics. So inside the embryo, after the fusion, after these two process takes place in a flower, all the other accessory parts undergoes in senescence. After the senescence, finally the ovary or ovule enlarged, or ovary converted into fruit and ovule converted into seed. But how the embryo formation takes place inside the seed from the zygote, because the zygote, after the fusion, here is zygote, the nuclear content become double again, because one nucleus of sperm and one nucleus of egg fuses with each other and form the zygote. Here is zygote. Now zygote undergoes in division, multiple division, and form the globular structure. ग्लोबुलर स्ट्रक्चर, तो ग्लोबुलर स्ट्रक्चर कैसे बनेगा? ग्लोबुलर स्ट्रक्चर का फॉर्मेशन होता है यहाँ पे। तो नाउ ग्लोबुलर स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म आफ्टर द मल्टीपल डिवीजन, दैट दिस स्ट्रक्चर इज नोन एज ग्लोबुलर एम्ब्रियो. Globular embryos. This structure is also known as globular embryo. Now, the globular embryo undergoes again in multiple division or again in mitosis to form the heart-shaped structure. Here is heart-shaped structure of embryo. Heart-shaped एम्ब्रियो. हार्ट शेप एम्ब्रियो का फॉर्मेशन होगा. हार्ट शेप एम्ब्रियो. नाउ the zygote, here is the cell of zygote and this is the suspensor, and from the suspensor all these cells arises by the multiplication, by the mitosis division simply. Now this structure also formed by the mitosis division, when the globular structure undergoes in division, proliferation and differentiation both, and gets mature and undergoes in growth, and finally these structure, heart-shaped structure form of embryo form. Now heart-shaped structure converted into the mature embryo. Different structures of the mature embryo. So, when the embryo get develops and converted into the mature embryo, they finally turn into the cotyledons in the dicot plant. So here is the structure of dicot embryo, in which these are the two cotyledons and here is the root cap and hypocotyle this finally hypocotyle end with the plumule region or end with plumule region at the end of hypocotyle plumule reason is present. Now, before the plumule, the structure is known as epicotyle. Epicotyle. Epicotyle is present. So all this structure is actually present in the seed, or this is the embryo of the seed. These two cotyledons actually, when these two cotyledons are present, they provide nutrients to the developing or to the germinating seeds. So when the germinating seeds require energy, before the leaf formation, all the energies utilized after the digestion of these cotyledons. So these two cotyledons digested by embryo itself to form the different region. That means कि plumule, here is the radicle, this is the part radicle. Now the plumule, from the plumule shoot get develops, or shoot arises from the plumule region, and the radicle converted into the root region. So root is formed by the radicle region, and shoot is formed by the plumule region. Now this is the common example of this is the common structure of the dicot embryo. Here is the dicot embryo. Now what is the structure of the monocot embryo? So as we already know, in the monocot seed only one cotyledon is present. That cotyledon is actually the embryo cotyledon. So what is the actually the scutellum, which is present in the embryo, which represents the only single cotyledon. So let us discuss about the monocot embryo. In the monocot and dicot leaf, because only one of the one only embryo is present, so the structure is quite different. Here is scutellum. This is the scutellum. Now scutellum, and again this is hypocotyle, like hypocotyle. So this structure is coleoptile. This structure is coleoptile. Now here is plumule, and radicle covered by root cap, and the root cap encloses by the coleorhiza. So this is the common structure of the monocot embryo. So here is monocot embryo. So in That means कि scutellum represents the monocotyledon. That is, one cotyledon is present, and the plumule is enclosed by the coleoptile, and radicle is enclosed by the coleorhiza. That means कि coleoptile is the covering of plumule, and the coleorhiza is the covering of the root or radicle. So whenever the plumule get develops, they invaginate from or protrude from the coleoptile, and the radicle is also undergoes in the development and formation of root. Finally, coleorhiza is they protrude from the coleorhiza, because coleorhiza is the protecting covering of the root, and the coleoptile is the protective covering of the plumule. That shows the important structure of the monocot embryo, that is protective layer of the monocot embryo actually. So plumule get developed into a shoot like dicot, and the root get developed from the radicle. This is also dicot, similar structure होगा, but only one difference is present, the scutellum, which represents the monocotyledon of monocot embryo. So in dicot embryo there are two cotyledons, but in the monocot embryo only one cotyledon is present. So whenever they undergoes in the germination process, the nutrients in the cotyledon or scutellum present in the scutellum or cotyledon are generally not sufficient for the germinating seed. So they don't utilize all the endosperm during the development of embryo, because they know that because only one cotyledon is present, so that only one cotyledon is not sufficient for the germinating seed, or the requirement generally not provided, all requirement of nutrient not provided by the scutellum. So that's why generally monocot seeds have the endosperm after the development of the embryo too. So whenever they undergoes in the germination, so the nutrients other than the scutellum provided by the endosperm, that type of seed is known as albuminous seed. And whenever in that seed in which the endosperm is not present, that means कि all the endosperm utilized during the formation of the embryo or during the development of the embryo, so that if all the endosperm utilized for the development process of the embryo, so that type of embryo is known as non-albuminous seed, and generally they are found in dicot plant, because all the nutrients, all the endosperm utilized in the formation of the two cotyledons. So whenever these type of plant undergoes, these type of seeds undergoes in germination process, the nuclear content or the nutritive content provided by the two cotyledons, because they have two cotyledons in the embryo. So that's why they are non-albuminous type of seed like the pea plant. But in case of other castor seeds represent the albuminous seed, but they are dicot. Because their covering is so hard, so they utilize more energy for the germination process. So that's why they need energy other than the cotyledons in the form of the endosperm. So let us discuss the whole question which is discussed in today's class. So what is double fertilization? That is fertilization of two male gamete, because each pollen grain carries two male gamete. One male gamete fuses with the egg, and second male gamete fuses with the polar nuclei. When the sperm fuses with the egg, this process is known as syngamy process, and the result of syngamy is when the sperm and the egg fuses with each other, the nuclei fuses with each other, they are converted into the zygote. that zygote is converted into the embryo. That means they undergoes in multiplication, they undergoes in mitosis division. After the mitosis division, finally the embryo is formed. Now the next is the embryo development. In the embryo development, the two stages generally seen, that is globular stages, then heart-shaped structure of the embryo, then mature embryo. In the mature embryo, the first structure is root cap, then radicle, then hypocotyle. Then hypocotyle terminates into the plumule. From plumule, when they undergoes in the development process, from plumule the shoot arises. Then cotyledons undergoes in digestion, or they provide nutrition to the germinating seed. Now here is the monocot embryo. In the monocot embryo, scutellum represents the one cotyledon and plumule covered by the coleoptile, and radicle is covered by the coleorhiza. That means they cover the root cap and they cover the shoot apex or plumule from where the shoot arises. So here is the answer. I hope you like this video. Next class we will discuss the next topic. Thank you.